Welcome back to the Baker Farm. I'm George. Today I'm going to show you how you can fix the flower beds around your house. Now, if you're anything like me, your flower beds tend to get a little bit of weeds in them. I'm going to show you a couple of tips I've figured out to go from this to this fairly easily and fairly inexpensively. I've got two of them, so let's get going. The first tip involves a lot of cardboard. When I first put the pine straw down, I did not have any cardboard and I needed to get something down. So I came to regret that I did that. So what I've done is, over the last month or so, I've collected saved a good bit of cardboard, and I'm gonna rake up the pine straw, and I'm gonna knock down the weed eater, and then put the cardboard down and put the pine straw back on top of it. That way, I'll just have to fill in with some pine straw and be able to maintain that nice weedless look. Now, I use pine straw because around here, it's the most affordable option. Regular mulch, which you call wood chips, those kinds of things, have gotten increasingly hard to find in the natural sense. Most of the stores around here only carry the dyed, as do a lot of the landscape shops. I could get it from some other places, but it's very heavy and it's expensive to get delivered. And it's also expensive to fill an area this large. The pine straw, on the other hand, I can throw in the back of the truck, and it covers about 5 to 10 times as much for the same amount of money. So let's get going and get this cleared up. I've gotten it all knocked down with the weed eater. Now we're going to start spreading the cardboard. Now before you do the cardboard, you want to make sure you have just the regular brown cardboard. No glossy, no color inks if you can get away with it. No laminates, because that's not going to decompose. Also, you want to make sure you get any plastic tape off the edges or anything that's not natural that won't decompose as well. If you wind up that in your garden, and you don't want that. So when you're laying it down, you want to make sure you have it overlapped as much as possible. If you don't overlap it, you will have weeds eventually poke back up. Now, this isn't a permanent solution. It's probably last you a year or so, maybe longer, but if you keep the pine straw on top of it and kind of top it up each year, it should give you a pretty good barrier to weeds in the future. Let's go ahead and get to spreading some cardboard. As you can see, we've got the cardboard down and I've run out of cardboard. So now comes my little trick. It works if you have rabbits or guinea pigs. Rabbit and guinea pig poop, for lack of a better word, is what's called cold. Whereas if you have a chicken, it's hot. What that means is a hot poop on a chicken has to cure before you can use it around any kind of vegetation, or else it'll burn the vegetation. Guinea pig and rabbit poop does not. So we have about 8 or 9 guinea pigs between my wife and my daughter, and every time they clean out their cages, they bag it up in these bags. The litter, the leftover feed, the poop, all of that goes in these bags. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna spread that where the pine straw would be. Now, it's not quite as effective as the cardboard. You will get some growth in there from time to time, but it's a great way to reuse it and keep it out of the landfill. And you've got a never-ending supply if you have a rabbit or a guinea pig. So I'll go ahead and spread that, see how that works. We'll get moving. Oh, one thing, when I'm spreading that, I switch these out for plastic gloves once I start moving it around, so I can toss those gloves. All right, I got it all laid out. A couple things I forgot to mention is one, you want to make sure that the bedding you're using for your pigs or your rabbits is biodegradable. We used shredded paper a lot, and we also used some hay from time to time, and then their feed is hay. Also, there may be a slight smell for a little while, so keep that in mind. I wouldn't spread this like right before you're having a big party at your house or stuff and people have to walk by it to get to your front door, but that smell will dissipate fairly quickly. So don't let that bother you. That's just part of the process of going back to nature and turning this into a very, very strong mulch for your ground. It will put nutrients back into your ground, and it really just makes a great weed barrier. So I've got it all nice and smooth. I'm gonna go ahead and put my pine straw back out. Now, pine straw I pulled up probably won't cover it completely. I'll need to go get some more bales at a later date and kind of fill in the gaps. But I've done this in several other areas, and for the most part, it cuts the weeds by probably 95%. We're all done, and I wanted to show you what it looks like up close. Now you notice you can still see the guinea pig litter a little bit, and then also some cardboard. So that's all there is to it. An easy way to take care of your flower beds, take care of your guinea pig litter, your used guinea pig litter, and your used cardboard, and keep it out of the landfill. So a wonderful day, an amazing harvest, and awesome adventures. Till next time, I'm George, and this is The Baker Farm.